Yes.
Welcome to
Our Fan Plays Games. Yeah. Boom goes the dynamite, baby. Yeah.
And we are back for another week.
Yes.
And this week we have something so exciting.
Woo!
Yes.
What?
We are rating the games we played in 2023.
Yes, we're starting.
Yes, and these are 2023 games.
Yes.
Now, last year we did a rating of the games we played in 2022, and we covered about, 56 games?
Yeah, about 50-something, yeah.
We did it in 3 parts, 3 episodes, and this year will be no different, other than we covered a lot more games.
Woo! Yes, we did.
And we will do it in 3 parts.
Yes.
And so this is going to be part 1, and we're going to be covering games from A to F.
We are. Okay, cool.
Before we get into all of that, I want to say one thing.
What is that?
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
Yes.
Yes.
Could not, go on without saying that.
No, we cannot.
Yes, the first Sunday in February.
Yes.
All right, and we'll be celebrating all month.
Yes, we will.
Yes, but before we get into all the good stuff, we want to hear from Mick because he's got some interesting news to share.
Yes, I do. Now, I got some really cool news, and it's all games.
Okay,
all games, Found some good little news for that. Okay, now, this month, February, for those, might have seen another, in February, French publisher Ludonite will debut a new game. Okay. Now, Ludonite made Coat Express,
which we love.
The Spiel des Jahres winner. Now, in this one, it's Kid Express.
Kid Express, okay.
Yes. Now, players will still be shooting bandits, but not one another. You're not going to be shooting at each other.
They're giving kids guns?
No, they're actually giving them a 3D slingshot.
A 3D slingshot?
A 3D slingshot, family, yes.
Okay.
Yes, instead of a gun.
I guess that's better.
Now, bandits have still stolen the gold and messing around on the train, but you're trying to shoot the bandits and kind of knock them off.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And when when you slingshot them and knock them off, then you can look through the luggage for the gold.
Okay.
Yes. So, we'll see how it goes, family. We'll see, Now, we love Lucky Duck.
Yes.
And we love my Shelfie.
Yes.
Well, Crino Creations, who made the game, they're coming out in 2024 with, get this, family and Starla, my Shelfie, the dice game. They're going to make a dice game of my Shelfie.
Now, I always say, if it ain't broke,
don't fix it. But players try to create dice combinations to fill up the spaces in their bookcase. Instead of tiles, we're going dice.
Okay, all right.
So I guess
I like the game as it is.
Yeah, I do too. But we're going to be counting pips and stuff, I guess, to put, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what that comes from. So I'm excited. Now, Luna Nova, another game company, they're saying that they're in October 2024, they're going to debut this game about a building in Manhattan, a famous building. Okay. The iconic Flatiron building. That's the one where it looks like a triangle. Yeah. Now, both you and your opponent will need to develop your companies by adding new cards to your board, therefore allowing you to perform more and better actions on each of the surrounding streets when you're building the building. And your ultimate goal is to earn more points than your opponent, primarily by undertaking construction tasks, but also by maintaining a public image and adhering to the decrees of the New York City Council. So you basically just building the building and trying to be the best one to build it.
Yeah, now this sounds like, we're going to do the Flatiron building. Yes. Then we'll do Empire State.
Yeah, that's what that's what,
it seems like
a series.
At some point you're going to be building
jumping around, maybe doing something with the Chicago, the famous building Chicago. Yeah, so you're going to be jumping around doing that. So that's coming out in October 2024. Okay. So I'm excited about that one.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like a little economic, gather resource, trying to be a good builder. Because the victory, the end of the game is when you put the roof on the Flatiron building and it's done.
And that's it.
That's it. So I'm excited about those. All right. So that's all I got.
That's all you have?
Yes, that's all I got.
Well, next up, we're going to hear from one of our awesome sponsors.
Yes.
KTBG is back with us for another week. So let's hear from them.
Here we go.
Kids Table Board Gaming is where you can find some fun, family-friendly board games. One in particular is Fossilis. In Fossilis, you play the role of paleontologist, digging through layers of terrain on a unique 3D dig site board. You'll uncover different dinosaur bones and extract them to complete museum exhibits. Find lost tools and increase your skills and score more points for the dinosaurs you complete and the collections you make. For more information on this game and others in their catalog, visit kidstablebg.com. All right, we've made it to the heart of the episode.
Yes.
And we're going to rate our first set of games, our first batch of games. This is part 1.
Yes.
Now, let me give you some information on the criteria that we use.
We need that.
To come up with this rating.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we had 5 categories. Now, the first one is artwork and components. And the artwork and components, they must be interesting, colorful. If there are people involved, we're looking for diversity, and it has to stay in line with the theme. It has to all match up with the theme.
Yes.
And then the next one is gameplay. Is the game fun? Is it interesting? Does it make sense? And is it supported by the rule book? And is the rule book, and when I say supported, is the rule book easy to read? Can you read a few lines and be able to understand what's going on? Because some of these rule books can be daunting.
Yes.
And that's something that's important with gameplay.
Yes.
The next one are the mechanics. Okay, and they must work well with the theme and complement the components. Yes. If you got a worker placement game, you want, things that look like workers, or you want things that's gonna work well with that theme. Yeah. The replayability. Do you want to play this game again, and why?
That's important.
Yeah, so that's a yes or no, and why.
Yeah, that's important.
And then the last one is theme. The theme should be interesting. Again, if there are people involved, it should be inclusive and diverse. Yes. The theme should be well thought out, and it should complement the other criteria, such as the artwork, the mechanics, and all of that. So those are the things that we looked for when we decided to give a number for whatever that particular category is. So those are our criteria, and we're giving a 1 to 10. And then after that, we'll have an average. So each category can have a 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. So we're looking for those games that have that it factor.
Right, now, how do we get the average now? How do we get the average?
Well, we take all 5 of the scores and then we average it out. Just do an average. So all 5 of the scores are added together with an average.
And if I just played the game, it's just me.
So if a game has a 9 or 10 rating, they will get an OFPG endorsement. Yes. Now, if Mik is the only one that played the game, or Grant is the only one that played the game,
or you,
or me, then it's just my rating, and it won't get an OFPG endorsement, but maybe Mik endorsed it, or I endorsed it, or whatever the case may be. But at least 2 of us have to have played the game for it to get an OFPG endorsement. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so that's the explanation.
Yes, yes.
So now let's get started.
Good criteria.
Let's get started. Yes. So we're doing part 1, games A through F. Actually, the numbers through F. We're starting with numbers first. Yes. And they are in alphabetical order. Yes. So if you don't hear one of your games today, look at the name of the game. If it's not A through F or has a number in it, then it'll probably be on another show. Yes. So we're going to start off with you, Mik. The first game you played by yourself. We were not involved.
51st State, Ultimate Edition from Portal Games. Now, 51st State been around a long time, and it's kind of like the 2.0 of Imperial Settlers. Yes. Gathering cards, building up your little tableau, your little city, and fighting it out with your opponent. Yes. Now, this one is post-apocalyptic. Okay. It's all messed up. The world is all messed up, and you're just trying to survive and make a little settlement, just trying to survive. Right. So I like the game.
You like it?
It's really cool.
Okay.
Yes, and I played it.
How did you rate it?
I played it with our good friend Garrett. Okay. Yeah, he loves 51st State, so he had the Ultimate Edition. I liked it. I gave it, it got a 8 from me.
Okay, so
yeah, so it was a pretty cool game.
That's your overall score.
Yes, it was, everything, the theme is cool. Portal Games does a real good job, at, the art. So, yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Now, it's a tough game. It's tough, but, yeah, I liked it a lot. Yeah, so I gave it an 8.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, the next one on our list is Three Ring Circus from DeVere.
Yes, love DeVere.
Yes. Now, this particular game, you have a circus.
Yes.
And you're taking it around from town to town, and you've got to hire circus performers.
Yes, you do.
And you've got to make sure that you have everything you need to make the circus exciting.
Yes.
You know, you've got different mechanics in there, such as worker placement.
Yes.
You know, and you've got pedestals for your performers to stand on, and that's really important, the pedestal track for your performers. And you're just going from town to town to do shows.
And then you're getting kind of chased by P.T. Barnum. And that's the big circus that you're trying to chase away from, because he ends the game basically. Yes. And when he gets to one, different cities, you got to score because he's there. So that's
the entire game.
Yeah.
Now for me, I know Three Ring Circus had a lot of hype when it came out.
It had a huge amount of hype.
Everybody's talking about Three Ring Circus, Three Ring Circus. And so when we put it on the table, I had high expectations.
I did too. Yes, I did.
And when you pulled it out of the box, I thought the components were so cute. You got these little big tops in different colors, and you got your little
are beautiful.
wagons, and the board is colorful, and the cards,
the
are
art,
colorful, the nice artwork.
Theme is there.
The theme is there. But the gameplay fell flat for me.
The rule book.
And the
that rule book was hard to get through.
Yes.
It was hard to get through. Family, it was hard to get through.
Yeah, so I think for me, gameplay and replayability were my low numbers.
Yeah, mine too.
I ended up giving it a 6.6. Now, I gave it a 9 for artwork and a 9 for theme.
Yeah.
And a 7 for mechanics.
Yeah.
But the other two numbers, gameplay and replayability, they were low.
Gameplay, mechanics, and replayability, because in mechanics, it was that pedestal track.
The pedestal track.
You went up so fast, and it was almost like a non-factor in the game.
And then after you got up to the top and you were getting these cards,
it was a non-factor.
It's like, this is a waste. I don't need pedestals. I need something else. So I think that was one of the problems with it for us.
Yeah, it was.
So I gave it a 6.6 overall. What did you give?
I gave it a 7.4.
Okay.
Because I like it. The game was okay.
It was okay.
But I'm not going to run to it.
Yeah.
Because DeVere got a whole bunch of other games I can run to except for that one. So,
All right, so total score overall for the two of us is a 7.
Yeah, a 7, which is respectable.
That's a respectable game. It's a good game.
Yeah.
It's just got some quirks that needs
hopefully they'll make it up in an expansion.
Need to work out.
And I hope they can make it up in an expansion, because I hate though. You got to kind of make it up in an expansion.
Because it has table presence. When you put it on the table, it's like, wow.
And it could be fun.
It could be.
They just missed the mark just a little bit. Yeah.
All right, so the next one's on you.
All right, so the next one is 20 Strong by Chip Theory Games, where it's a solo game where you have 20 dice and you try to fight, enemies to try to get to a boss, and there's all cards and dice.
Okay.
Great game. Love the game. I mean, Chip Theory, they know how to do their thing. It is a fun game. The art is there. The theme is there for each one that they do. It is a fun solo game. Okay. I enjoy it immensely. I gave it an 8.8.
8.8?
Yes.
That's pretty high.
Yes, I had fun with it. I mean, Chip Theory, they don't miss the mark. So I enjoyed it.
All right, now the next one is on you as well.
Yes. Age of Innovation, that's the child of Terra Mystica and Gaia Project. But I'm gonna be honest with you, family. Age of Innovation, good game. It uses a lot of mechanics and things from both of the games and put it in together. But I kind of prefer Terra Mystica. Because, you can do Terra Mystica, you can add the modules and stuff that they have in there from their expansions, and we both enjoy it. Right. We both enjoy it.
Well, I played both. I played Terra Mystica. I played Gaia Project.
Yes.
Didn't like Gaia Project as much as
Terra
Mystica. Cool. So if you say it's a combination of the two, I'm gonna have mixed feelings about Age of Innovation.
But I think you should play it because it is a good game. I gave it a 8.2. Yep. It is an enjoyable game. I want to play it a few more times, but it is fun, from Capstone Games. That's who made it. But I did enjoy it, so I gave it an 8.2.
That's respectable.
Not as much as I love Terra Mystica, though.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I can take that.
Yes.
Now the next one is Alpujarras.
Yes.
And that one is from Dr. Finn's game.
A surprise, y'all.
Dr. Finn's game.
That was a surprise. This was a surprise.
Now this one is based on the Arab agricultural revolution, and you are farmers with crops.
Yes.
So you've got these different crops. You've got lemons and
yes.
oranges and yes. grapes and cherries.
And you're harvesting and going to market.
Yes. You got some bananas. And you gotta build some irrigation paths and stuff to keep your farms going. And I just thought it was such a cute game. It's colorful.
Yeah, but it has an interesting mechanic where you can go forward on this track, but you can't go back. And you can go as far as you want to, but you might miss a lot of stuff. So you gotta kind of ease your way forward.
Try to hit every spot.
Yeah. Now the only thing I didn't like is the AI for a 2-player.
For a 2-player.
You know, I didn't like
AI didn't bother me at all. It really didn't get in the way.
You know,
now it did stop us from getting to some different spots.
And I guess that's what the purpose was for the AI player. But I didn't kind of like it too much. I think you really got to play with other people. I think three players and up. I think that's where this will shine.
But I thought it was great, even with the AI. I thought it was great. I love the cute little apples and oranges and stuff. And when you put it all on the board, it's all nice and colorful. And
but I didn't get the theme though. I didn't feel the theme from it.
You were building irrigations. You were trying to
feel the
harvest.
Theme.
I don't know how you missed that.
I didn't feel the theme. But it's a good game though. It's a fun game. It was a surprise.
I gave it almost 10s across the board. I ended up with yes. Okay. I ended up giving it a 9.8. And what did you give it?
I gave it let me see, a 8.4.
It should have had a 9.
Because I didn't feel the theme too much, but it was a cool game. I like it.
I want to play it again.
I want to play it again too.
I want to play it again.
Yes.
So it has that replayability.
Yes, it
desire
does.
to do it again.
Yes, it does.
So overall, it got a 9.1.
Yes.
So it is OFPG endorsed.
I can go with that.
Yeah.
I can go with that. Yes.
It's a good game.
It's a good game, and it was a surprise. So, family, you got to go check this out. Because you don't hear much about Dr. Finn games too much.
And this is a good one. Don't sleep on
this one. No, don't sleep on this one. This is a good one.
So the next one's on you.
Yes. Now, now we know about button shot. Well, if you don't know about button shot games, they are little bitty small games that you can put anywhere, your pocket or whatever, their pocket games. They only use 18 cards. That's all you got to work with, 18 cards. They're usually just solo only or like 1 to 2 player. And then it's like maybe it goes to like 5 players sometimes. It's 2 to 5.
On Tussy Mussy.
Yes, and I think one we just recently got, you can go to 5 player, but there's a lot of solo games. And this is one of the solo games. It's Ancient Realm, and it's a civilization game that you can play in just a couple of minutes. Maybe about 10, 15 minutes. Yeah. And you basically building wonders and building your civilization, by covering up different cards and stuff, using the cards, and you use some cards for your, to track your resources. Very ingenious little design, and it is so much fun. Trying to build your civilization and beat a score, saying, if you like a bad builder or you built up a great civilization, it is a fun game. I enjoy it a lot.
Out of those 18 cards, what really drew you in? Was it the artwork? Was it the gameplay?
No, it was the gameplay.
The gameplay.
It was the gameplay where it was just so like, oh my God, this is so much fun. You're covering up, different, resources and mines and stuff to get those resources, and you're using, coins and it is so much fun. And then you're on a very tight schedule because you're running out of cards. When the cards go, that's when the game ends. So you only got so many.
You got 18 cards,
and you're using you're using 4 of them to track your, using 3 of them to track your resources. So you don't have
15 cards.
Yeah, 15 cards. So you really got you're on a tight schedule and you're trying to get it through. So I really, really enjoy. Out of all the button shots I've played right now, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. I will take this anywhere and play it. So that's why it got a 9.8 from me.
So it's endorsed by you.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Mik
it is.
Endorsed.
If you want a button shot game, get this one if you like civilization games.
If you like solo, though.
If you like solo.
See,
if you like solo in civilization games,
solo.
get this game. Yes.
All right, so the next one on our list is the Art Project.
Yes,
now,
by the Art Games.
Project, yes, by the Art Games. And is A.R.T.
Yes.
Which stands for Art Rescue Team.
Yes.
And your whole goal is to rescue art.
Yes, from the evil White Hand Gang. White Hand Gang, yes. The White Hand Gang.
So you're up here, you're traveling around to different areas to rescue this art.
And they bothering you.
And they say it's
They keep popping up.
But they say it's a co-op game.
It is a co-op game.
I think they kind of
No, they did not. It's a co-op game.
It's a team.
It is a co-op
and you're fighting
game
against
family.
The game, and you work with a team member. But see, it's semi-co-op because you have your own set of cards that you have to resolve as you work with your team member to resolve the game. And we did a playthrough of it.
Yes.
And we beat the game, surprisingly so.
On the playthrough.
On the playthrough.
Yes.
Which we normally didn't do because earlier we had played it several times and we
several
lost.
times we have played it, practicing and trying to figure out the game. We lost all the time.
Yeah.
We lost.
But when we actually got on camera and did the playthrough,
and I think we told everybody we might lose.
Yeah, and we won the game. It is so much fun.
Yes, it is.
This has replayability. I would play it again.
I will too.
I really enjoyed it.
The art is just tremendous.
Yeah, the art is great. The mechanics are great. I just really fell in love with this. Surprisingly, that is it's not a co-op. It's a semi-co-op game.
It's a co-op game.
Your team, anyway.
It's a co-op game.
I really fell in love with it. I really did.
Yes.
And in this game,
Write that down, family. Co-op game, Starla likes. So we have Decorum, the art project. There we go. Decorum art project. There
I gave it almost 10s across the board. I gave it a couple of 9s in spots, but my overall score for this one is a 9.4.
Mine was mine was a 9.4. We were even.
So the average is a 9.4.
Yes.
So it is OFPG endorsed.
Yes. Love that game.
It
Love
is a good game.
Y'all need to go get it.
You really,
yes.
People need to talk about it more.
Yes,
people
they
need
do.
to play it. It is a fun game.
Yeah, I think it goes up. It goes up like 6 players or something like that.
I'm not sure the total count on it, but it is a fun game.
And you'll be negotiating, talking, trying to get things straight with your cards. Like, do you have this, or can we, get some more guns?
Exactly.
Or you're gonna be talking, family.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one's on you.
Next one's on me again.
Yeah.
Oh, Arbella from Side Quest Games. Now, this game is kind of interesting.
Okay.
I played this at OrcaCon with Joe and Abby of Phantom Meeple and the Baker Meeple, and we played that game. And it's an 18xx game. Now, 18xx games can be a little long, a lot of rules, and you just because you're building up like railroads and different times in the 1800s, trying to negotiate and get stocks to build your railroads and stuff like that, and get trains and stuff. But this one, it's all roll and write.
Oh.
It's a roll and write 18xx game. And it's not too hard to understand, get it together, and play. And then you write, you're kind of marking your routes and all that, your train routes and stuff on like a board. You marking, and then you have your player board, you're marking stuff there, and it's fun.
Well, I was confused by the box.
Yes.
I love box art.
Yes.
But then I saw this cat.
It's a cat.
On the box.
Yes, it is.
Messing with a train.
Yes.
And I couldn't understand. So are there cats in this game?
For the solo play, that's what you're playing against.
Oh, you're playing against the cat?
You're playing against the cat.
Oh.
In a solo game, you're playing against the cat.
Well, I thought that was interesting.
Cat messing around. Cat messing around with stuff. So that's who you play, but the game is fun.
So what did you think about it? What were your scores?
My score on this one was an 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's respectable.
Yes, it's respectable because I do want to play it again. Now, I think you should play it, but I know your issue with rolling rights and stuff, but I think you would have fun with this one.
You think so?
Because it's economic.
Okay.
You messing with money, trying to get things done, trying to build up your company. Yeah. You'll like it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so the next one on our list is you again.
Yes.
I gotta say, family.
Yes.
About 9 of these games Mick played.
I was playing,
other
family.
People are playing solo.
I was playing,
so you're
family.
Gonna hear a lot of Mick.
Yes. I was playing.
This episode. So, okay, the next one's on you.
Yes, Barcelona from our wonderful sponsor of OFPG Voices, Board and Dice. Barcelona is one of their big games that they brought out last year in 2023, and it was so much fun. You're basically building up Barcelona outside of the regular city, outside the walls, into a very kind of utopia for the citizens and for the city. And you're trying to build up the city through tiles, trying to build up different blocks and stuff, using a unique worker placement system where if you put your worker in one area, and you can use 2 different type of actions.
Yeah.
Set collection, a lot of stuff going on, but it's not hard. Art is beautiful, very colorful game. I think you saw that. That's why you're eager to play it.
Yeah, the box art is just gorgeous.
It's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. It's not it's a brain burner a little bit, but not too much that you I don't want to play this game no more. You want to come back. So off of that, I gave it an 8.8.
Oh, 8.8.
Yes, 8.8. It was a super fun game.
Almost there. Almost there. To the 9. Just something.
But I think you should play it, and family, don't get scared. You say, oh, Board and Dice. Oh, Lord, it's going to be crazy. It's not. Definitely, I encourage you to play it. Yes.
All right, so the next one we both played, and that is Bark Avenue from Terra Dice Games.
Yes.
Now, in Bark Avenue, you are a dog walker, and you are picking up dogs in one location and walking them around and then taking them back to where they have to be delivered.
Yes.
And in that time, you've got to either take them to do a potty break, or you may want to give them a treat, to play with some toys, and all kinds of little things.
Go to the park.
Yeah, so they really tried to make it really thematic.
Yeah.
Now, the dogs on the cards are really cute. I mean, the artwork is really well done. But I think where this game fell flat for me is the gameplay and the mechanics.
Yeah.
And I did not feel like it had a lot of replayability, because once you do it one time, I was like, I didn't really want to go back. It felt like work to me. You feel like you're a dog walker working.
But for me, it didn't seem like I was competing against you.
You were not.
Is that I was just trying to get a race to the end.
Yeah.
And then it was so, it was just so mechanical. Each turn, each round was so mechanical.
It was.
And
I think it was too structured.
Yeah, it was too structured. And you're like, okay, so we got to do this. Okay, let's make this. We got to do this. And the events didn't really, didn't affect anything.
Didn't add anything.
And it didn't feel like I was really connected to the city of New York and connected to other dog, any competitors.
Yeah, I think they just missed the mark. I mean, they had a great concept.
Yes.
Great artwork on the game.
Yes.
But somehow they kind of missed the mark with the mechanics and just the gameplay.
And the big one, but the big one was, it wasn't that much fun.
Well, when you miss the mark on mechanics and gameplay, that's gonna take away the fun.
It got to the point of like, all right, and then the stars, the ratings were kind of strange how they put it.
Yeah.
So I just,
we didn't enjoy it that much.
I didn't enjoy it that much. No.
This is just our opinion.
Yeah, just our opinion.
Based on what we played, the game we played, I gave it a 6.
I gave it a 5.8.
And so it came out to 5.7.
Yes.
Yeah, so 5.7. Try it for yourself.
Yes.
But yeah, I didn't. It's not on my list to play again.
Yeah, I didn't really. I wanted some, to give it some love.
Yeah.
I did, but it's just like, it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun.
But I mean, it's a cute game. It looks great.
Yes, it looks great. Yeah, it does look great.
All right, the next one is Beacon Patrol.
Beacon Patrol, I did. Now that was a fun game.
Yep, that's all you.
Yes, and it's a cooperative game where it's a tile laying game where you're going around your ship and trying to discover different islands and different features in the ocean.
Okay.
Really fun game, and you score points where you surround tiles by other tiles.
Okay.
Fun game, love it. It as a solo game, I like it.
Okay.
It was really puzzly, and you want to come back and play it again. So and it's from Pandasaurus Games. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Art kind of quirky.
Okay.
But it goes along with the theme. So overall, I gave it a 7.8. I know you were kind of like balking about cooperative, but I think you'll like it because basically you are doing kind of your own thing, but you're still trying to work with your team to try to discover new islands and discover new features in the ocean. So
that's the new word you're going to use for me, team?
Yes, I'm going to use team.
Because I like team games
Because Beacon Patrol, you are a team.
You're a team. Okay.
Yes, you're a team.
All right, I'll take that one.
But I did give it a 7.8. It is a fun game. I enjoyed it immensely.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, the next one on our list is Beer and Bread from Capstone Games.
Yes.
And so they've got, in this game, you're using some multi-use cards, and you've got these 2 different villages, and they each do beer and bread, and you're kind of competing to see who can do the best.
Yes.
And so I thought it was a cute game. It's a 2-player game.
Yes.
So I thought, okay, it's a nice little 2-player for you and I, because we like to play games together. But this one, too, kind of fell flat for me. The artwork was nice.
Yeah.
I didn't give it low marks. I gave it an 8 for artwork. The gameplay, I gave it an 8. The mechanics, I mean, it's typical, worker placement and moving things around and set collecting and all that. The replayability, I just didn't feel like I wanted to play it.
I liked it. It was a pretty cool game. It felt a little bit like work.
It did. Well, I guess you are working.
Yeah, you are working. But I mean, you want to have a little fun when you're working. But it was kind of just you're going through the motions, trying to collect your resources, and then trying to do your contracts. I guess your contracts to get the beer and the bread. Then you do a little set collection, along with that too. So it was okay. I'm gonna have to say it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it kind of fell flat with me with replayability and the theme of the game. Yeah. So I ended up
giving it... The theme was there now. The theme was there. Come on now. The theme was there.
I just think it could have been anything. It could have been anything.
Well,
it didn't have to be beer and bread.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been anything.
We could have been farmers. We could have been anything.
Yeah, it
so I mean,
you got it. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So for me, it kind of fell flat a little bit, but and I guess too, the artwork was okay, but it was kind of brown. The board was kind of brown.
It was brown. It was brown. It was medieval times, so I guess it was medieval, so it was a lot of brown.
Yeah. But I gave it a 7.6.
I gave it a 7.8, so I liked it a little bit better than you.
You did.
A little bit.
And our overall score is a 7.7.
Yes.
All right, the next one is Black Friday, and Grant played this game with some other people.
Yes.
And he gave me his opinion of the game and his score.
Yes, he wrote down some stuff, family.
So for Grant, he said that it is an updated release of the 2010 game, but the changes are little and it falls a little flat. He said he had fun playing with Brian and Steph and Michelle and Michael, but despite winning the game, he didn't think it was fun because it's heavy in math.
Oh, see, you don't like math, family.
He said math is not my strong suit.
Come on now. Come on.
He said it's heavy in math because you're selling and buying shares. And that's one of the things that he don't
like that math thing.
And so he gave it some low scores. He said the artwork was kind of mediocre, so he gave it a 4.
Dang.
The gameplay he gave a 6.
Okay.
The mechanics he gave a 6.
Okay.
The replayability he gave a 5 because he said he didn't want to play it again. I think it's just because he doesn't like
math. It's math. Because he didn't want to play Stone Age because of the math, but Starla made him play it and made him count out his score.
But he gave it a 9 for theme. He thought the theme was there.
Yeah, okay.
And so his overall score is a 6.
A 6.
A 6. That's what he said about Black Friday.
Okay. So, all right. Because of math.
Yeah, because of math.
I want to play it so see what it's up with that. Yeah,
all right. So the next one on our list, Board and Dice. Board and Dice
games. Books of Time.
Yes. And in this game, you're going through history and you're creating these books. And you're looking at science and industry, and you've got these different pages you can put into your books. I mean, it has components just top notch.
Let me tell you something. It is very unique because I put it, when we had a live show, I said it's a very unique game.
It is. It's unique.
Where they give you binder clips, steel.
The metal
binder clips.
For each player.
For each
book you have to fulfill.
Yes, and you really filling books.
Yeah, you got to open it up and put the pages in.
Yes.
And the artwork is there. I mean, when you put it on the table.
Art is really cool.
It has table presence. It's colorful. It's a fun game.
It is a fun game. It's a very unique game.
Very unique. I haven't seen anything like it.
I haven't seen nothing like that. Nothing. I don't think it's getting enough love because it is such a unique game.
Yes.
And it's different.
Yes.
It's different. You should give it a try.
Give it some more love because we have a page. If you supported our Kickstarter campaign, there's Our Family Plays Game page for the book.
Yeah.
So give it some love.
Give it some love, y'all.
But overall, I gave it some good scores. I mean, Books of Time, I gave it a 10 for artwork, an 8 for gameplay, a 9 for mechanics, and replayability and theme all got 9s. So my average score for that is a 9.
It was an 8 for me. It was an 8 for me. Yeah, it was 8. Right. Yeah. But it's still respectable. It's cool.
The overall average for both of us is an 8.5.
8.5, yes. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, all right, so the next one on our list is Bot
From
Factory.
Eagle Griffin Games.
Yes. Now, in this one, you are making robots. That's it.
Well, it's Vital Lasorda.
Yeah.
He makes some really tough games. I mean, hard games. And this is one of his kind of watered down versions from his
Combine.
Yes.
Combine.
Yes.
And even in the game, Sandra from Combine is in Bot Factory.
Yes, that was the lady that always messes with you. And I think that's his wife.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was modeled after his wife.
Yeah, and she messes with you in Combine and she messes with you in Bot Factory.
Yes.
But it is so much fun.
Yeah, it's a worker
I think we can't play Combine, but it was really good that he kind of made a lighter version of his hard game.
I loved it.
For everybody to play, and it wasn't that bad.
I loved it.
I really enjoyed it.
You're collecting parts for your robots and
trying to put together
different robots.
I think you have like a stock thing going on.
It's a worker placement game. I thought it was fun. I'm happy that we had a chance to play it and learn it.
And he taught it. He taught it. The designer taught it. So that was really cool.
I gave it 9s across the board.
Okay.
I thought it was just great. So my overall score is a 9.
All right, so I gave it some scores that made it an 8.4 for me.
Okay, so our overall for Bot Factory is an 8.7.
Yes.
8.7.
Yeah, it was fun.
Fun game.
I'll play it again.
I would love to play it again.
Yeah, I'll play it again. I'm glad it's in our collection.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, now the next one is Champions.
That was
Grant and I played that one.
Yeah, I played that one.
Yeah, so this is a fun, light party game. And with Champions, you're creating these duels from different characters.
Okay.
It can be Granny versus Dracula,
Whoa.
Frankenstein versus the Wolfman, or whoever your characters are. Frankenstein versus Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
And then you're voting on who would win that battle. So you start off with, I think it's 4 battles, and it goes down to 2 and then down to 1 to get your ultimate champion. And so Grant's information on this one, he gave us his write-up.
Okay.
He said it's a very quirky party game that lacks strategic substance. But makes up for it in being quick to play and easy to teach, especially for newcomers.
He's tough.
He's tough. It's based around opinions and randomness. And so no true chance that you could win or even score because of the randomness. So, because everybody's voting on different things, it's all based on, kind of imagination, no real factual stuff behind it. But overall, Grant gave it a 7.6. And I gave it a 7.4 for an overall score of 7.5. So it is a good party game. We played better party games, but this is a good one. And you got these little boards that you're just going to write and erase on. They got the erasable boards and stuff and the markers. And I have to agree with Grant. It's random. Say, Granny versus Dracula. Okay. Who's going to win? I mean, we don't know. There's some cards that ask you a question about them, and you have to figure out who's going to win. It was fun.
It was fun?
It was fun.
As long as it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. So would y'all give it?
Would I play it again? Our overall score was a 7.5.
Okay.
7.5.
That's cool.
Would I play it again? Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. All right. So next one is Chicken.
It's on you.
Chicken, nice little filler game from Keymaster Games. Very colorful. A lot of dice, and basically chicken is that, you have chicken dice, fox dice, and eggs. So you got to stay away from the foxes. But it's a real cool little, filler game that doesn't take long at all. So much fun, and I gave it a 7.4. Nice little filler game. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay, next on our list is
Chomp. Yes.
From All Play.
Yes.
Now in Chomp, you are forming your herd of dinosaurs.
Yes, you are.
And you've got these cards, and the cards can have up to 4 different biomes on it. Some will have 3, some have 4. And you place the cards on the table, and you can cover up different biomes depending on what criteria you're trying to meet.
What you're trying to do,
Yeah, what you're trying to do. And for the big dinosaurs, if you don't feed them, because your goal is to feed your dinosaurs.
You got to feed all your dinosaurs.
If you don't, they may eat some of the other dinosaurs, some of the herbivores, which is not good. So you don't want that to happen.
Yeah, you don't want them to start chomping on each other.
And so, but it's a cute little game. It's simple. The artwork,
but the big dinosaurs, you gotta let them eat the little dinosaurs.
Well, they will if you don't feed them. If they're carnivores.
Yes, carnivores. But you do want to give them like meat. You want to give them a different animal so they can get to.
I guess you do.
Yeah, you do. The big ones gotta eat food.
Yeah, I like the herbivores better.
Yeah, they just eat plants.
See what you're doing? You're sacrificing those poor little dinosaurs.
Well, they also have other animals that they can eat.
So you don't want to sacrifice your dinosaurs.
But you want to keep them fed, because if you don't feed your dinosaurs, they go extinct.
Yes.
And that's kind of cold. Then you might not live up to your goals that you're trying to meet.
Right. And they have little bones that you can put out with your dinosaurs.
They go extinct.
But Chomp was interesting.
Yeah.
And I gave it a 6.4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was, because I gave it a 7.4.
Well, for me, Chomp, it was kind of the artwork really didn't move me.
It was dinosaur.
I guess
it was kind of dinosaur. Is that a word? I don't know. But yeah, it was.
And the gameplay was simple and basic. It was okay.
Yeah, it's a very, simple game, and I think it's really just it's a gateway.
It's a gateway
to bring you in so you can understand how, to put tiles together, cards that, you can, like a tile-like, fashion.
Right, yeah, because you lay them out, like I said, you can cover some biomes.
And then you have to decide if the card is going to be, for your kind of like your tableau or your map, or you turn it over so it can give you goals for the end of the game.
But I guess for me, the replayability was one of the things that really fell flat for me.
Well, yeah, after a while,
would I pull it out and play it again?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, after a while.
If somebody asked me to play it, possibly. Yeah. But there's so many other better games.
Yes, it is.
By All Play and other publishers that I could play and put my time on that. But I mean, for some people, Chomp may be a winner. Yeah. For us, it's okay. Yeah. And our overall score, you did a 7.4, I did a 6.4. So the overall score is a 6.9.
Okay.
All right. Now the next one. Ooh, this is great.
This is a good one. And this is all play.
Another all play game.
Yes.
Totally different experience.
Totally turn around.
And
yes.
this is Couture.
Couture. Woo!
I mean, the box is adorable. You got this model on the runway and her beautiful dress.
And it looks kind of sophisticated New York sophistication.
And so you've got these different models, and you're going to take them to different runways in New York, in Paris, and Japan.
Yes.
And you've got different people that you can hire for them, it's like the glam squad. And
but you know, you're bidding. You're bidding amongst each other because it's only like 3 players on up. You can't do it 2. But you know, you're bidding against each other, trying to get different, you know, walks and other things to make your runway show, you know, better.
Exactly.
And you know,
you want the best models.
Yes, and it's very unique how you put it in your hand. You know, how you try to, you know, be it. But it's a fun game. And you know, it's immersive because you think you go on these runways trying to be all sophisticated with all the stuff, and you're trying to get, you know, a set collection so you can you know, get different points, bonus points at the end. Fun game.
They've got some magazine covers you're fighting for.
Yes, because they got bonuses, you know.
I just thought the artwork was gorgeous with the different models. They've got this like sketch art. I guess like sketch art. Like when you watch Project Runway, how they sketch the different designs they're going to make.
And it's very diverse, too.
It's very diverse.
Yes,
very diverse. It had all those things that I really love. And I gave it a 9.4.
Yeah.
I just thought it was great.
I gave it an 8.8.
And so overall score is a 9.1. It is OFPG Endorsement.
Yes.
Couture is worth your time.
It's worth your time, y'all.
Play the game.
Small box. But it comes out to be a really, really good game.
I thought it was great. I was surprised. Because I wasn't expecting to have as much fun.
No.
Open the box.
Because I was like, what is all this? It must be a little old filler game. We'll play this.
But it was great.
We'll play a little filler game. But then at the end, like, wait a minute.
It was fun.
We're going to play this again. It was fun. It was fun.
Next on our list is Dahlias by Amigo.
Yes.
Now, Dahlias is a reimagined version of Bonanza.
Yes. Fun game.
Now, Bonanza, you're talking about trading beans.
Yes.
Well, with Dahlias, you are growing dahlias, flowers. And it is just like Bonanza. Except the fun factor was a little less. And I'm going to tell you why.
It was a little less.
Now, with Bonanza, we love the quirkiness of the art.
Yes.
We love the name of the beans.
Stinky beans.
Stink beans.
Stinky beans. Where are your stinky beans and green beans?
And so when you're trying to negotiate trade and you're calling out those type of words.
Red beans. You got some red beans?
Yeah, it makes you laugh. But then when you come to Dahlias, because it is so art focused. Because
Best Soul did the art,
and
so
it is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
The flowers are so realistic.
Yes,
it has a different air about it. You know, when you're trying to trade a flower called Cafe au lait.
Do you have some Cafe au laits that I can do?
Yeah. So. Yes. Similar games. If you like Bonanza, you'll probably like Dahlias.
Yeah.
We like Dahlias, but not as much as Bonanza because I think having those real...
The energy.
The realism of the flowers.
Yes.
See, in Bonanza, the beans were quirky, they were comical. Well, these flowers are so beautiful, they're so realistic.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same. But if you have Dahlias in your collection and you haven't played it, give it a shot. It's a wonderful game. I didn't give it a lot of high... Well, I did give it some high marks.
You gave it a few high marks.
10s. The artwork got a 10, of course.
Yeah, 10.
Artwork was 10.
Artwork and also theme 10.
And also the gameplay was a 10.
Yes.
The replayability was a lower mark because it's like I didn't have the desire to play that as much as I had to play Bonanza. So if I got a choice between Dahlias and Bonanza, I'm going to go to Bonanza. Now, if I want to look at beautiful flowers, I'll go to Dahlias.
Yeah. I totally agree. Totally agree.
My overall score for Dahlias was a 9.
Mine was an 8.4. Because the replayability, you know, because you know me, family. I love to have some energy. I love to have some fun. You know, I love to be talking some stuff. You can't really talk too much with Dahlia. You know, you got some pretty flowers that I can, negotiate. But with Bonanza, you know, you got some beans. You know, like give me some coffee beans. I need some coffee. You want to do that.
So it's a different air when you play that game. And so the overall, you gave it 8.4. I did a 9.
Yes.
So the overall score is 8.7.
Yeah, still a good game.
Still beautiful.
It's still Bonanza.
It is Bonanza,
but just prettier. Yeah.
Now the next one on our list is Deep Dive, Flat Out Game.
Yes.
And in Deep Dive, you are a waddle of penguins.
A waddle?
A waddle of penguins.
You're a waddle of penguins.
And you're going to dive into the ocean.
Oh,
to
it's
get
danger.
Food
it's danger.
And avoid all the predators.
Yes.
So in Deep Dive, they've got these tiles that you're going to turn over on their blue side. And they have different, colors of blue to kind of simulate the ocean.
Yes.
And then your penguins are going to dive out there and go to different areas to see if they can find food, or hopefully they don't come back with a rock or something. Well, sometimes they
got to come with a rock, because the rock, if they swallow a rock, they can go deeper.
So different things they're diving for, but the main thing is stay away from those sharks and big squids and all that stuff that can hurt them.
But see, my thing is, it's a family game.
It is a family game.
Children,
very young, lightweight.
Yeah, very lightweight.
Very lightweight.
And children can really play this from like about,
I think maybe 8.
I think about 6. 6
well,
on up.
6.
Yeah.
Maybe 6. But I mean, the components are cute little penguins and all that stuff.
But the thing is that when a shark or somebody gets you, if you land on a spot where there is a predator, you don't die.
That's true.
You just sit there and you're kind of like a distraction, so the other penguins can go by.
That's true. That is true.
But you're not getting swallowed up. Now I know that shark want to swallow you. It want to take you out, but you're just a distraction.
But
you got to stay.
It's a solid family game.
It is. It is.
I gave it really good marks on the artwork. I thought it was cute with the little penguins and stuff.
Yes.
The theme is really cute.
It's a very cute family game that I think you should get.
Yeah, I think it's so lightweight that the replayability wasn't there for me.
Us. For us.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah, for
us. But
us.
if you've got smaller children, I think this is a great buy.
And we're keeping it in our collection because great components. I mean, flat out, they do their thing.
And we go to a lot of places.
And we go a lot of places that we
have children. We want to make sure we have something to show.
Yeah.
So I gave it an overall rating of a 7.
I gave it an overall rating of a 7.8.
So then our final score, our final rating is a 7.4.
Yes.
So that's respectable score. It is a good game, especially for families with kids.
Especially for families.
I think kids will really love
this.
They
will love that. Yes, they will love it.
All right. So next on our list is all you.
Distilled from Paverson Games, the art and the theme go along with it, where you're distilling different liquors to basically build up your company.
Okay.
Doing a lot of card use cards.
Okay, use cards.
And you build a tableau. Really interesting game. Okay. The only thing I got with it is that once you make a strategy at the beginning, you got to stick with that strategy because you cannot pivot. It is hard to pivot in this game. You have to distill, liquors to get it straight. You got some whiskey, you got to get the whiskey right. And, so you can get paid. You got to age your wines. I mean, it's a lot going on. And it's interesting. But the one thing I just don't like is that you can't, if you're getting a sticky wicket, you're getting a sticky wicket, you can't maneuver. You want to maneuver a little bit, but you can't.
So what did you think about the artwork of the game?
Oh, it was great.
It was great?
Yeah, it was great. It goes along with the theme.
So what were your low marks? Was it just the
my low marks were basically gameplay and mechanics. Because it's that one where you can't switch off and you can't I know, because sometimes you run out of the different liquors that you can do. You'll run out, or you can't get the ingredients you need to build, that different alcohol that you want to do.
Yeah.
So it's a little hard, but you just couldn't pivot.
Okay.
And that's the one thing I had an issue with. You couldn't pivot. So that's why I gave it a 6.4.
6.4.
Yes, I just wasn't happy.
Wasn't happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but I hear a lot of people, they love it and everything. That's great. But me, couldn't pivot.
All right. Well, the next one on our list is District Noir.
From Pandasaurus Games.
Pandasaurus Games.
Yes.
Now, District Noir has a paste-on theme.
Paste-on.
Of the noir period here in America.
The 40s.
The 40s.
Mafia,
the movies, those movies
the mobs,
that we had.
and stuff like that.
Noir. But I guess noir actually wasn't, it's a French word, but those movies from the 1940s.
Yeah, black and white.
Dark, black and white movies in the noir period. Yeah. But I mean, you could have had any theme on this game.
You could have had, guitars on there. You
could have had anything on it.
Anything.
And it's a 2-player game.
Yeah.
And it's got bluffing, and you've got some set collecting.
Yes, you do.
And
very unique. It's a filler game.
It's a filler game.
Very unique play.
It was.
But it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I don't think we enjoyed it so much.
It wasn't fun. Yeah, because I know that we played a couple times, and at one point I said, "Starla, you want to play it again right after?" Because it's not that long. It's not fun. And you said no.
Yeah.
I said we can play something else, and I was like, "Uh-oh." I was like, "Uh-oh." So I was like, yeah. So
I'm really protect my time. If I'm gonna spend time, I want to have fun.
You want to have fun.
If I don't have fun, then I'm not gonna repeat that again.
Yeah, and I didn't have fun because it was such a tacked on theme. You're like, okay. Yeah. And then at one point, you got to get like these 3 buildings to end with.
Yeah, you can win.
Sometimes because when you're taking out cards and stuff, you might not get those cards.
And what I didn't like was that if you did get a building and your opponent, because it's a 2-player game, saw that you were looking for those other buildings, they're going to make sure you don't get it.
Yeah, but it's more than
Make sure you don't get it.
Yeah, you make sure you won't get it. So it's like
I didn't care for that. Yeah. So my overall score was a 6.4.
Yeah.
And you gave it a what?
I gave it, let me see, mine is a 5.4.
So our overall combined score is a 5.9.
Yes, it wasn't that fun.
And I was kind of sad because, I mean, we like 2-player games.
We love them.
Yeah, this one didn't hit it for us.
Yeah, this one didn't hit it for us. And it's,
All right, so.
But I will say, maybe they need to, kind of up it for a more player count. Maybe
so. That would probably
open it up. Yeah,
instead of 2 players. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. All right, so the next one on our list is Earth.
Come on now. Come on.
I don't have anything else to say. Come on. 10s across the board. That's it.
Come on. I mean,
if you don't know about Earth, you need to
Let me tell you something. That game there.
Yeah.
Everybody hypes it up for being, the game of the year.
Yeah.
They might got that right.
I think so.
They might got that right.
Earth was so much fun.
Oh, man.
I mean, it has everything you want on the cards. It's got, flavor text on it, on the cards. You've got beautiful components.
You're building up your island, and it almost feels like you are building up an environment of your ecosystem of your island.
I loved it. I love the little components. I love the way the gameplay.
And then it's a race trying to do bonuses. I
loved it from start to finish. Now it's not a gateway game. This is something.
No, it's not a gateway. It's kind of medium weight. It's medium weight
with experienced players.
Yeah.
But if you can get a table with 4 players who know how to play, and you can sit down.
Come on, y'all.
And
come on, y'all gotta get it.
The best.
If y'all don't get it,
area for you. I loved it, and I gave it 10.
I love it too. I love it.
10 across the board.
I gave it Earth. I gave it a 9.4. It is a super fun game. When we previewed it to when we got the final copy and played it, it never changed. Yeah. It was. I mean, when we had the preview and we had to send it back. We were mad sending it back. Like we got to send it back. Why?
And we still love it. I'd love to play it again. It's one of those games that I think about. Oh, I wish I had time.
Yeah, and then we got the final copy. The final copy. We cannot wait to play it.
Yeah.
It is fun. If anybody say you want to play Earth, yes. Period.
Exactly.
Period.
So overall score from your 9.4 and my 10 is a 9.7. So it is OFPG endorsed.
It has to be. It has to be. It's a great game.
All right. So the next one is Emerge.
Yes.
Now Emerge is from Pandasaurus Games.
Yes.
And on this one, you've got 8 rounds, and you're building these 3D islands.
Yes.
And you're trying to put things on your islands. Like plants and animals, and you've got different criteria that you can score on. Like if you got an island with a crab, or island with 2 trees, or whatever those particular criteria. But the
real unique thing is the tiles that give you your action.
Yes.
It's you got tiles different tiles you use, and through the action you go from left to right to go through the different actions, but it's a unique game.
Well,
but
I think the unique part are the islands that you
build. The 3D islands that you build.
Got the different pieces.
But my thing is, my biggest gripe with this game is that you don't have enough time to do nothing, because that little ship goes from the beginning to the end like it's a speedboat. It's like a speedboat. It's a sailboat. It's like a speedboat.
You only have 8 rounds. That's it. 8 rounds. That's it.
And it's hard.
And you got to get everything done.
Oh my God!
In those 8
and
rounds.
you do not have time.
You don't have enough time.
Wait a minute. They should. I wish they had something where an event card where you can stop the boat for a little while.
Yeah. So
let's stop the boat for the next turn, so it don't move forward.
Yeah.
Something to stop the boat.
Yeah.
So
I think that was one of my pet peeves as well. For replayability, because again, it's so short.
Yeah, replayability.
And, so how would I do things differently if I don't have enough time?
Yeah, I don't have enough time to do anything. I can't enjoy, and that's the thing. I can't enjoy the game when I can't do nothing.
When you're pressured, But I gave it a 10 for components and artwork.
It was a beautiful game.
Yeah, so overall,
and the theme went along with it too.
Oh, I thought the theme was wonderful.
Yeah.
So overall, for me, it was an 8.2.
Oh, I think that unable to do stuff and it moving so quickly. I think that really bothered me.
Okay.
That really, because I couldn't have fun. Because I like having fun. And I like a lot of games. But this one, I was like, come on. I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I wanted to attack you a couple of times. Couldn't do that with my seagulls, my birds.
Yeah.
I want to do my birds right to get her.
So that
couldn't
was it.
do nothing.
You couldn't attack?
No, that's not it. I just couldn't do stuff.
You couldn't execute any take that on me? Okay, I got it.
I couldn't do stuff. So I had to give it a 5.8.
All right, well, the overall score is a 7, which is still a solid score.
It's still a solid score.
It's worth taking a look at. And like I said, it's really interesting.
Let me tell you,
with 3D
it's a little gateway, so I think it'd be good for families.
Yeah, it is.
But I just don't want to do no house rules on it because I think, you shouldn't be doing house rules, but I would do something where you can stop that boat for a turn or two, so yeah.
Yeah. All right, so the next one on our list is Federation, and that's another Grant game.
I want to play that game, though. I want to play it.
Now, Federation is from Eagle Griffin Games.
Yes.
And Grant, this is what Grant said. It's a space game with excellent theming where your delegation tries to prove dominance over others for the Federation. This game melts down to area majority voting, worker placement, and lots of track movement. Grant said he had fun with the game. He gave it a really high marks for artwork and for the theme. But his overall average score was a 7.6.
That's not bad, though.
That's not bad. That's respectable.
Yeah, and that makes me want to play it. I definitely want to check it out.
You've been talking about you want to play it.
Yes, I've been talking. Yes, I still want to play it. Yes.
All right, so next one on our list.
Next one is Fit to Print from Flat Out Games, baby. Yeah.
Now, Fit to Print is a tile laying game.
Yes, and it's timed and it's chaotic and it's wild but the art and the theme is there.
Art and the theme. The theme is you're in this little town and you've got these little animals.
It's all animals running town.
They're running
and they're doing everything.
And they're doing these newspapers and you're doing this front page and animals are going out there trying to get ads and articles and pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, and so it is so cute and you got a little desk.
And you're trying to get you're trying to get tiles and stuff that have the articles and the ads.
It's kind of like a puzzle. You're putting tiles and stuff together.
And you're actually making a newspaper.
Right, because once you place them in there, you can't move stuff around. And so you're making a newspaper. So in the end, when you're done, you're going to have a full front page with
You hope you do.
Well, you hope to. Yeah. And your stories and your pictures. And you have to have ads because you got to be able to pay for the newspaper. It's really, it gets you immersed in the theme of running a paper.
Yes.
And all the front pages have these little quirky names to them. And again, I was saying you have a little desk where you put your extra tiles and stuff. The components are great.
Yes.
Artwork is fun.
Yes.
Well done. I thought it was fun. It's a real-time game.
Yes.
I'm not really a fan of real-time.
It's chaotic, but they do have different modes.
Right, and we kind of did it in a different mode where we kind of take our time and do it. But I thought it was really well done. Cute idea, cute concept, and I
gave it
a 10 for the theme alone, and then a 9 on the artwork.
Yes.
So I thought it was really well done, and my overall score is a 9.
Mine is an 8. Yeah, I would definitely play this.
I would play it again.
It's chaotic, crazy,
definitely,
but it's fun. I'll do the turn. They have a turn-based mode. I would do that one because I'm old, y'all. I can't be doing all that, all over the place. I'm old, y'all. But it is fun though. It is fun.
And so our overall score, combined score, is 8.5.
Yes.
8.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flat out, be doing their thing.
This is a great game. And the last one on our list this week.
Yes.
Is Fruitoplay from Explore 8.
Fruitoplay.
And this is a card game with set collecting.
Yes.
And crazy looking fruit.
Crazy looking fruit.
Quirky fruit.
But the one thing, it's a great filler game. Yes. Not that long, very interesting mechanics, trick taking. It's a trick taking.
It kind of has trick taking.
It's got a little trick taking in it.
In the game, you've got 3 total rounds, but you've got 7 turns at each round.
Yes.
And so your main thing is you're going to have a lead card, and everyone's going to try to get as close to that lead card number as they can, the card number and the suit. And the one thing you want to avoid are the zombie fruit.
The bad fruit.
The bad ones. They look like zombies.
Yes.
Even on the cover, you got this little green apple. He's so cute. He's being chased by a zombie-looking apple.
Yes.
But it's fun. Now, Fruitoplay, like we said before on some other games, the theme is tacked on. It could have been almost anything.
And that's my biggest gripe on this one. It could have been a guitar, and the zombie fruit could have been a broken guitar.
Yeah, it could have been a lot of things, but I do like that they made the fruit cute and interesting, and you want to look at the different little fruits in the cards and stuff. And I thought the gameplay was solid.
It was.
I thought the mechanics were great.
It was.
And the replayability is off the charts because we got that game, and as soon as we got it home, we started showing it to everybody. So we thought it was so cute.
Yes.
And so my overall score is a 9.6.
Mine is an 8.4.
Okay.
My 8.4. Okay. Because I'm telling you, it's 8.4 because it's that, tacked on theme.
Okay. Well,
it's a tacked on theme. Come on, make it interesting. Throw some on there.
I thought Fruito-Play was interesting. Now, the title of the game, Fruito-Play.
Fruito-Play.
That's interesting. Maybe because it's French.
Maybe it's French.
Maybe it translates better in France.
Maybe
But Fruito-Play is an interesting name.
Yes.
But I gave it a 9.6. You gave it an 8.4.
Yes.
Our overall score is a 9.
Yes.
So it is OFPG Endorsement.
Yeah, I can go with that. Yeah, it's a fun game.
A great game.
It's one that we always will put in the pack. If we need a filler game.
Exactly.
Yes.
So those are our first 28 games.
First 28.
That we are rating. Thank you. 28 games that we are rating for 2023.
Yes.
So you got to come back the next few weeks and get the rest of them.
Yeah, because we got a lot of games, family. Got a lot of games.
So next we're going to go into our Ask OFPG video question.
Here we go.
Hey fam, it's Becky from the Game Shop. I'm curious what your favorite game that you played in 2023 was. So, what was your favorite game and why? Mine was Chicken.
All right, so Becky from the Game Shop.
Yes. Love her.
Your favorite game pusher.
Yes. She has the games, I get them. And she gets them for me. Yeah. And yes, I love Becky. She do me right. She do me right. Yes.
So her question was, what is the favorite game we played in 2023? And since we're doing our ratings now, I can't give you that answer, Becky.
Well, based on what we've done so far, it's Earth. So far.
Yeah, but
what we're talking about, I can say Earth.
Well, we haven't finished rating our games
we haven't
yet. So this is a great question for this episode because we don't have I don't have an answer. I don't know where you are.
I can give Earth.
Yeah, I mean, based on this list, it would be Earth. Well, for me, anything that got OFPG endorsed was one of our favorites.
I would say that
too. I won't narrow it down to one. I'll just say one of our favorites.
I'll say that too. Yeah, if it got an endorsement that high.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you so much for that question.
Yes, Becky, thank you.
Yes. Now, if you guys are watching this and you want to ask us a question, send in a video.
Come on now.
Send in your
video.
Come on,
send it in. We want to see you.
You can be part of the show.
Yes, we want to see you now. Yeah.
So I got a few more things.
What you got? What you got?
So I want to tell you guys about OFPG Voices.
Okay.
The latest episode is out.
Yes.
Be sure to check it out.
Yes.
We were talking about nature-themed games.
It's a bunch of them.
Yes.
It's a bunch of them.
And we had a guest for Good Humans, Navy Montel.
Navy!
So be sure to check out what he had to say. And now our next episode of OFPG Voices comes out this coming Wednesday.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about civilization games. Yes, civilization-themed games.
Yes.
And our guest speaker for OFPG Voices for Good Humans is Sam Healy.
Sam Healy, y'all. Yes. Y'all seen him on the Dice Tower. Yeah, y'all know y'all have. Yes.
Now, that episode will be out on February 7th, so be sure to check it out. Now, what is OFPG doing next?
What are we doing?
Well,
what are we doing?
Next, we are having our first community game night of the year.
Yes!
Yes, we are.
Yes, game night.
We're going to be at the Highlander Accelerator, and that's going to be from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes.
Matt will be there with his board game wagon, so we'll have a library of games, so you don't have to bring your own games. You can, but you don't have to. We'll have games there. If you are hungry, you can go eat at Big Mama's or Dina's Place or Best Burger. So we will have food places open for you to eat. So come on out, have some fun. And I think we're doing a D&D.
Yes, we're doing a D&D one-shot. Dave, who is a really, really good game master here in Omaha, he's going to do a couple of one-shots in D&D. Yes, we're bringing role-playing games into the mix.
It's a game night.
It's a game night. So we want you to check out those. So if you kind of like wondering how you do that role-playing thing, Dave is going to teach you how.
Yeah.
Yes, he's going to set you up. Don't be afraid. He's going to treat you good. and he's gonna do some D&D one shots.
All right, so you tell your friends, you guys come on out to the Highlander Accelerator, okay?
Yes, do that. All
right, so that's all I have right now.
All right, so now, Starla, where can they find OFPG with all these ratings and stuff we do? Where can they find OFPG out here in the social media world? Yes.
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games,
yes,
you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right here on YouTube,
right here
on our website, and TikTok.
Yeah.
And if you're in Omaha, Nebraska,
that's local, family. Come on.
You can find us on Cox Channel 22.
Yes.
Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. and Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m.
All right, family. Thank you so much for coming out and seeing us rate all these games. And we are just at the beginning, baby. Yeah. So if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below, because we love just talking to you and just just having some fun. But there is one thing we want you to always know. We love you. Bye now. Everybody.